You know I'm a hot boy, but I ain't never lose my cool. The speed's on fire, that's why I'm riding with my tool.
Hey YouTube, the Touchdown Podcast, back in a video for you guys today. And today's gonna be a little bit of a different one. A little bit of an upsetting one, as if you guys didn't know, yesterday Dolphins played the Titans at home and they lost 28-27. It was very, very disappointing, a very disappointing loss. A team that we shouldn't have lost to. Every NFL team goes through this where they lose to a bad team, but on Monday Night Football was the worst way to lose to a bad team. Very disappointing. So I want to get into it. I want to talk about it. I want to go in depth a little bit. I don't have all the stat sheet and everything with me. I'm trying to make this podcast quick so I can post it. But you guys can go on ESPN or whatever and look at the stat sheet. It was ugly. And if you guys watched the game, you would know it was an ugly game, a bad game all the way around for Miami, offensively, defensively. And actually, defense played pretty well until the very end. And we're going to get all into that here in just a second. A lot of injuries for the Dolphins happened early on in the game and later in the game. One big one, which is why I waited for this podcast to make this podcast until later. Every other Dolphins fan, they posted their videos earlier, but I wanted to wait because I want to get all into the injuries and what's going on. So we can get into it right now, right here. Let's just cut right into it right now, okay? To start, the biggest thing and probably the most hurtful thing for this team is our starting center, Connor Williams, is out for the year with a torn ACL. It's going to hurt us. It's going to affect us all the way around. Having a guy like Liam Eichenberg at center is going to hurt it. Hopefully, we sign a center. There's news that we could. If so, Liam go back to guard, which is what he's been good at. Because he's not a good center, he's not a good tackle, but definitely not a good center at all. We cannot have him play center. If we do, I don't know how we can win football games with him at center. I just don't. Because our quarterback can't even trust him. And you can see our quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, yesterday had a bad game. And a lot of that had to do with the offensive line not playing to the standards that they need to be because of the injuries that are going on with that offensive line. Which is what I want to get into this video about also is to talk to you guys about what I think needs to happen after this season to improve the offensive line. Is probably the biggest need and biggest thing for this team, because with the offensive line and the health that we've had with this offensive line this season, it's not going to be good for the future. We need to get better, and that could start with getting rid of Armstead because he's injury prone, and I love him and I would like to keep him in Miami, but with him being injury prone, we can't have that with the quarterback we have. We got to get rid of him and bring in somebody else for that position. And then center position, we'll see if we're going to keep Connor Williams or not in the offseason. I don't expect to. If so, we got to get a new center. Because I think Robert Hunt, our right guard, needs to come back. We need to re-sign him. And who knows who else we're going to try to re-sign in the offseason or go get. But this offensive line, whether we do it through the draft or whatever, needs to be upgraded because it's not working the way it is right now. With the injuries that are going on. It's a good offensive line when everyone's playing, but not everybody on the offensive line is playing, as most of our starters are out. So, very impactful. Also, a big injury that happened yesterday was Tyreek Hill getting hurt, but luckily it doesn't seem to be too bad. He's going to be day-to-day. Most likely won't practice this week, and most likely will play Sunday. We'll find out if that's the case. That's just my assumption. Who knows? He might not play Sunday, but that's just my assumption. If he doesn't play Sunday, we gotta figure it out, because when he was out the game yesterday through the second and third quarter, the team just flat out offensively played awful. There was nothing going offensively except for in the run game, which we're gonna get into also. The pass game just was not good. The pass game was awful. Tua played bad. The offensive line did not protect Tua at all. He was running for his life all game. It was saw my wife's laughing in the background, making me laugh. But I am also filming in a different way to make it look better, and so I'm looking at my wife the whole time, and she's just laughing at me. So sorry for that. But like I was saying, Tua played awful, off the line played bad, the whole team, and we're not gonna blame it all on Tua, because I'm a Tua fan. I'm not gonna go out here and be some of these Dolphins fans that are on Twitter saying go get a Tua after one game. No, he's had a good season. He had one bad game, probably his worst game that he's had in a while. So I'm not gonna say get rid of Tua, but this offensive line needs to get better. It needs to be healthy so we can protect Tua. And right now, that's not, obviously. And like I said, Tyreek Hill being day to day, luckily he saved us. Luckily he's not gonna be out for the year or nothing, and he should be good to go. Whether it be this Sunday or we keep him out this Sunday and wait until the Dallas game for him to play, which I'll be fine with. But Tua got to be able to throw to other guys like Waddle, Cedric Wilson. We need to get another guy. We need to get going. Sorry, my eyes a little bit watery, but another guy we need to get going is Chase Claypool. He hasn't played. I don't know what Mike McDaniels is doing. I don't know what our coaching staff is doing, but he needs to get out there and play a little bit. He could be very effective for our team, but we ain't playing him. So we need to get him going also and let him play a little bit. Hopefully it starts with this Jets game that he gets some playing time a little bit. In the red zone, mainly as a red zone throw would be nice. To help Tua out a little bit in the red zone, because the red zone offense has struggled a little bit. But the run game was good yesterday. Raheem Mostert had 92 yards rushing or something like that. He had a heck of a game, averaged about 4.6 yards a carry. A-Chain also had 47 yards rushing. He wasn't terrible also. I think he was averaging about 8.7 yards per carry, I believe. I might be totally wrong there. I'm not sure, but I think that's what I heard. So not bad. The run game was fine, but we could have ran the ball more, and we should have. Giving up 14 points in 3 minutes at the last 3 minutes of the game was awful. We cannot do that. We're the only team to do that. That is not good. Not good. Well, the only team to do it in the regular season anyway. Not good. Giving up 14 points in 3 minutes, bad. I mean, and actually, we gave a 14-point lead. They scored 15 points and won the game, 28-27. Just awful. I don't know what we were doing. Coaching-wise, was bad. Defensively, we were good for the most part until the very end, or until the last 3 minutes when we just gave up. And Bradley Chubb talked about it too. And I kind of liked what he said, but I kind of didn't like what he said. It just felt like they weren't. He's like, well, we kind of gave up. Well, yeah, I didn't see you guys necessarily do enough at the end, and you guys can't be giving up that many points. I mean, we're about to play the Cowboys and the Ravens here soon in 2 weeks. We're about to play the Cowboys. They're going to destroy us for playing like this. And the Jets, they're not going to be no easy task this week. They're going to beat us up if we play like this. So we need to get these things fixed. Hopefully this week against the Jets, we can get back on track, get back on the win column, and keep it going. Because remember, we're 9-4. We're second place in the conference, and we're first place in our division. We have pretty much the division on wraps if we keep winning. Like, we're not bad. We're not terrible. Right? We're not miserable. We're 9-4. At this point, we should be happy. We shouldn't be upset. Yes, we should be upset about yesterday's loss, of course, but we shouldn't be like, oh, the season's over. No, that's not the case. It's not the end of the world. Let's not ruin our days because of one bad loss. I was pretty upset this morning also, and last night I was really upset. But at the end of the day, it's football. It's fine. We'll get back on track. It's not the end of the season. We got a lot of time left. We'll get it together. Okay. So let's not freak out, but there is a lot of things that come from this game that needs to be fixed, and some of it has to be fixed in the offseason, like the offensive line. We need to get healthier. We need to get younger probably there also, if we can stay more healthy. And we'll talk more about that when it comes to the offseason. We're still a ways away from the offseason. When we get to that, I'll make videos and make make some podcasts going over those situations, what we need to do in the offseason to make this team better. But right now, our focus needs to be the Jets this week, beating them. We'll do a post game podcast on podcast on Friday, or no, post game. What am I saying? I'm stupid. Pre-game podcast, doing like a preview of what's gonna happen, Dolphins versus Jets. My kind of preview, like we do with the Titans game. We'll do that video on Friday or Saturday. And then either Sunday night or Monday morning, or Monday at some point, we'll do a post game talking about what happened at Dolphins Jets game, just like we're doing here. So we'll do that, and then I should have another podcast going over something else, not football related, on Thursday. And then tomorrow, if I get time tomorrow, I'll do a podcast going over kind of like what's going on, like with injuries, stuff like that, going over with practice and who's practicing, who's not practicing, and we'll do a podcast on that, hopefully if I get time tomorrow. If I don't, I'll find a way to do something on Friday, and then have that, and then push the review or the preview to the Dolphins Jets game on Saturday if I have to. But you'll find out as the content flies through and as I record it, okay? But yeah, so far for injuries, Devon Holland's still out. Hopefully he plays against the Jets, but I don't know. It seems like his injury is more impactful, so he might be out against the Jets. Hopefully he comes back. I think he'll for sure come back for Dallas, but he says he wants to play against the Jets. We'll see if he does. He wanted to play against Tennessee and just wasn't able to go, so we'll see what happens this week. Xavier Howard got hurt in the game yesterday also, but he came back. Jalen Waddle got hurt yesterday, but he also came back. Robert Hunt's still out, and it seems like he's still going to be out this week, and who knows, he could be out for a lot longer, but hopefully not. We need him back before the playoffs. Tron Armstead might be able to come back this week. If not, I'm hoping for sure he comes back against Dallas, because we're going to need some of these offensive linemen back starting, because if not, it's going to be a rough couple weeks. Definitely for Tua in this offense. But defensively, I still think we're fine. But we also signed Melvin Ingram. He's back. He's back in Miami. He played for us last year. He's back on the practice squad. Probably be activated at some point and be a depth piece and help us play and help us out a little bit on the defense. Because pass rush yesterday, we only got 1 sack compared to Tennessee. We had 5 sacks on us. Not good. We need to be better in the pass rush. So signing Melvin Ingram, I think, was not a bad signing at all. Probably means JPP probably won't be here much longer if we sign a center. I'm sure JPP will probably be the one that gets cut. And what I mean by that is Jason Pierre-Paul will probably get cut, and Melvin Ingram will come in and be activated, and we'll probably be in a veteran center to take the center spot, so Lee might go back to guard. We'll see what happens with Miami if that's what they choose to do. But they definitely need a center. I don't know how they can go without one. They're going to definitely have to find a way to get one. We'll see about that, okay? Another injury happened to Sean Elliott, got hurt. He came back in the game, but felt symptoms after the game. So right now he is in concussion protocol. Hopefully he comes back into Jets, but concussion protocol, who knows what happens. So he might not come back till the Cowboys game. So if anything, he might not. And if so, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. We'd probably beat the Jets without him, but I would like to have this team as healthy as possible, because once we get to the Cowboys, it's not going to be no easy task, and the Ravens either, and even the Jets games is going to be tough. So we'll do a preview. I'll go over the Jets game when we get to the, like I said, either Friday or Saturday. I'll do a preview on that. But we'll talk more later this week. Like I said, I'm going to try to get a podcast out tomorrow after the Dolphins practice. And then I'll do another podcast to talk about either the rap game and what's going on there. Clark Black is in jail right now, or at least I still think he is. We'll do something else. We'll talk about something. You'll get another podcast, just random podcast about something else. And then we'll get back to Dolphins talk on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday or Monday we'll have the post game of the Dolphins-Jets game, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you guys. Like I said, not the end of the season. Comment down below what you guys think about the Dolphins. Do you guys think it's the end of the season? Because to me, I don't. And if you think that, I'm sorry, but you guys shouldn't be watching football if that's the case, because we're 9-4. Come on. We're still a playoff team. We can still be good. Just a disappointing loss. It's a setback, but not tear down. We'll be just fine, I promise you. And if I'm wrong, you guys can come back to me later about it, okay? But like I said, like this video if you want to see more stuff like this. Let me know if you guys like the way this background is. If not, I can go back to the way I had it before. But there's too much crap in the background. It's ugly, and there's a lot of crap back here. But at least you have my Kobe Bryant picture, Tupac picture over here, Dolphins football back there. The Dolphins, whatchamacallit over there. We got the Utes picture. So let me know what you guys think about this background. I think I like this more, but let me know what you guys think about it. Until I get a green screen, I gotta figure something out to make it look better as much as possible. And I'll see you guys soon, alright? I love you guys. Fins up. Talk soon. Not the end of the season, I promise you. Comment down below what you guys felt, how you guys felt about the Dolphins game yesterday. And if you're a Dolphins fan, let me know if you're disappointed or not. And we'll see. We'll talk later, alright? I love you guys. Fins up. This team will be better, I promise. Tua's still going to be a good quarterback, and we'll talk soon. Love you guys. Peace and love, y'all. Fins up again. See y'all later.